Hey, how's it going? Checking in for today. Another really good day. This has been such an amazing week, and I feel really. I feel like this is what I want to be doing. This is it. This is what I spent the whole of last year building up to, a week just like this. And I was thinking about that. I presented at Gilead this morning, a pharmaceutical company over near Uxbridge, and it went really well and finished it off. And I was just chatting to Holly, the lady who I'd been liaising with, and kind of telling her, tomorrow I'm on an early flight, then I'm off to Dublin and doing that on Saturday in Athlone with Momentum. And she's like, well, it sounds like, what a kind of big week and, really tiring. I was saying, well, I said to myself, and I thought to myself at the same time, well, yeah, yes, it is. But at the same time, this is what I want. This is exactly what I want. And actually, it hasn't been as tiring as I thought it might have. It might have been if I kind of gone into this expecting it to be tiring, expecting it to be draining. But I've gone into it just feeling, excited. That's been the buzzword for me this week, and the key word has been excited. And yeah, I've been absolutely buzzing today. Had a really good coaching call this afternoon as well, and another kind of phone meeting with somebody who I'd been trying to catch up with before Christmas from another company, a fairly big company, and we've been back and forth for ages. And the conversation in the end was about 6 minutes long, and it was actually we're doing loads of stuff already. So I'm not really sure how we even got in touch. So I need to kind of trace that back. But apart from that, it didn't throw me. And we also had a knockback this morning. The piece of work that I'm doing with Andy, and we had one of the fintech companies who had been looking at our proposal to do something on performance as more of an academy, a sort of a 6-month program, as deeper dive, full day training programs, and online academy follow up. And we were fairly certain that this was going to go ahead, and it came back this morning as actually we're going to revisit this in 6 months' time. So it was a disappointment, but as I said to Andy earlier on, if we hadn't had that focusing our attention in November, then we wouldn't be where we are now. We're so far down the road with creating something and having it in front of other people as well, other companies as well. Then it's maybe we're just grasping for the silver lining of the cloud, but it's about looking at what we've learned from this experience, and we are so much further down the road than we otherwise would have been. So yes, it's disappointing, but and maybe it's because it's, for me, set against the backdrop of a really good week so far, that my resilience is particularly high at the moment. But I do feel like that this whole opportunity we've had has been the catalyst to get us off the mark and get us going. We've got lots of other things coming up. I've got a big meeting next week that I'm going to with Andy down near Reading, actually, Thiel, I think it is. Which is with top level executives, and they're very interested in what we're doing. So we've got lots of other irons in the fire with that. And I know that this is a good week for me. This week I've got more on next week, and there's a few other things coming through as well. But I'm also very conscious that I need to keep pushing forwards, keep those conversations going, so that I can build up a really good February and a really good March and a really good April, and have these things coming through all the time. So the thing today did go really well. I was really pleased with it. Laura, my wife, asked me when I got back, as she always does, what would I give myself out of 10? And I said a solid 8.5. I don't think I've ever scored a 9 or above, so 8.5 is about as good as I've got before, with the standards that I want to reach, and they're pretty arbitrary. I've got no real, other than a gut instinct. Yeah, I'd say that was an 8.5 out of 10. And I was just kind of really pleased with it. It went well. I was relaxed. I felt there was a really good energy. There was good engagement. I got good feedback afterwards as well, and it all ran to time. So, there are things that I would do differently next time. There are things that I felt like I missed, and I probably could have delivered better. Some in the content, some in the performance and delivery. But it's, this is why I want to be doing more of these things, because it's only when I'm doing them that I'm learning, and I'm able to then iterate and improve and constantly make myself better. And in my own self-evaluation of the session, I look at it and I think, okay, well, this is what I do differently next time. But I've got to be out there doing it in order for to have the opportunity to do that. So yeah, good day today. Really stupidly early start tomorrow. I'm on the 6:30 flight from Luton into Dublin, and then I'll spend the day in Dublin. I'm staying at Doug Gordon's house. He's the chap I did the radio interview with, and he kindly offered to put me up for the night. And then we'll head over in the morning, on Saturday morning, over to Athlone and get set up for Momentum. So tomorrow I've got a big day of prep ahead of me, and I will endeavour, as always, to do my daily check-in at some point. So as always, check back then, like the video, this video, subscribe, leave a comment, all those good YouTubey things, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another daily update. Bye for now.